Welcome back to 9446 Network. Finally back for some more diecast reviews. Unfortunately, the spring break swing has ended, but we are continuing to put out diecast reviews for the 2021 diecasts and some 2022 stuff from the Xfinity, which is going to be fun to do. Today, we're going to be looking at Kyle Busch's Sports Clips Haircuts Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs Racing. That's right, folks. This car is finally out after months and months of waiting. Just like all these paint schemes. We've been waiting months to get them. Ever since we saw them on the track, how badly we wanted them. The diecast, that is. And as we get this one out of the box, bam. This car ran in, I recall, in 2020, I recall this car running at Phoenix. And of course, this car ran at Sonoma. I do recall that. This car ran at Sonoma and got really banged up. But my goodness, man, this thing absolutely looks cool. And there's supposed to be 3 of these. I think they're supposed to have a Truex, a Hamlin, and of course, Kyle Busch one. And we got the Kyle Busch one. And believe it or not, guys, this is the first Sports Clips 164 that I have that is not a throwback. So that's pretty cool. Well, it's kind of a throwback. I do kind of remember this car staying the same paint scheme for a while. I remember Eric Jones won the Clash in this paint scheme, and of course Truex had brung this car back. Hamlin, I wouldn't be surprised if he also ran this car. But yeah, I guess you could say it's kind of a modern throwback because I don't think they ever changed this car. In fact, it's the car that Eric Jones won his first ever Clash in. So that's your little mini throwback right there. So let's look at this car. So number 18, Toyota Camry, the 30th anniversary logo right there. Sports Clips Haircuts right there. Kyle Busch's name with the Toyota logos. K&N, Sunoco, Goodyear, NASCAR Cup Series, Cessna Mobil 1, Sherwin-Williams, Siemens, Lincoln Welders. I can't really read that logo. Mac Tools right there. NASCAR race car. And Rowdy up there. The number 18, Toyota, JD Gibbs, Interstate Battery, Sports Clips, Haircuts, Ream, M&M's, and that right there is a gray paint chip. Absolutely wonderful. And I believe that taillight is also cut off. Wow, this is awesome. A gray paint chip already to start the video. So here's the back of it. And yep, that taillight is cut off because look at that. There's a tear right there. This was a problem on some of the other Toyota diecasts. We got paint chips that are literally cutting the taillights apart. This is another one that's like that. So rear view camera right there. Toyota Camry XSE. Sports Clips. Toyota. Help a Hero. Yeah, there's definitely no hero that's going to be able to help out that paint chip right there. Help a Hero right there. Kyle Busch, Sports Clips, and of course the paint scheme. And we got another paint chip right underneath the Goodyear logo. Look at that paint chip right there. Gray paint chips on brand new diecast. Gotta love it. Let's see. The car is spray painted white. The number 18 on the side has the black outline, the white outline, and the red number fill-in. On the top, you have the black outline, the red outline, and the white number fill-in. And this is the same 18 that's on the sides and on the back. This is the same as the 18 that is on the roof. So pretty simple paint scheme, guys. It's a all-white paint scheme. The car starts out with the red and black. It starts out with a splitter that is black, of course. Then at the bottom quarters, you have a black stripe with the red that goes across the side, and it becomes a very sharp design. So you have a black spike right there, a red spike, and then a silver and black swoosh stripe that goes across the side. And of course, it spikes up, the black here spikes up into the Haircuts logo, and the silver and the red continue on to the back, but we'll get to that in a second. Let's just get a closer look at how this paint scheme is made. Kind of looks like something makes on Forza 7, or any game that has a paint booth. That's kind of how this paint scheme looks, because you have like sharp, like shards of a triangle on there. It's like taking a triangle shape, a couple of them, and then like stretching them out to make a paint scheme on a paint booth for these NASCAR games and stuff like that games. Very interesting. I do like that design. It might seem very simple, but it is pretty cool to see Kyle Busch in a different kind of sponsor and a different kind of car. Of course, we got the Stanley car, was one of those special cars. So that's cool. It's a black and red and silverish design to it. And of course, going to the back, these lines aren't perfectly straight. That is actually part of the paint scheme. It actually spikes down towards the Toyota logo, which I do really like. It looks sharp. And on the roof, it's all red. So you got not only do you have a very sharp, angular design on the side, but you have the red on the roof to go along with it. With the black roof rails. That looks cool. I love those. Those look awesome in black, and it matches the red and black scheme that was on the side. And of course, the splitter on the back was black. Of course, it is. And of course, one thing I would do to improve this car, nothing on the body itself. In fact, the wheels I would paint either red or silver or white. Probably red would look good with this car. But yeah, man, Kyle Busch is... he's got the race winner sticker from either Kansas or Pocono. I'm pretty sure it's Kansas. So we'll go with Kansas. This is an absolutely amazing diecast. This diecast, however, was made on the PTC mold on Wave 13. Of course, I don't have any interest at all at getting Wave 13. I want to get these cars on the EL mold. There are a couple cars that are not making MOQ from that wave, but this one made MOQ. This one made it. This one was in the Wave 13, and they got it released. And, of course, just like the Hamlin car having tiny FedEx logos when it's a different sponsor, I do want to point this out again. So when he has his Stanley logo and his M&Ms and Reams. So usually, like, these sponsors that are associated with the driver, whenever it's a different paint scheme, if it's the same exact paint scheme that's shared across the cars, universally, they keep the primary stuff where it is, for who's sponsoring it, that paint scheme that is, and they put the sponsors of the driver. So Stanley M&Ms, Ream, and of course M&Ms, and then Interstate Batteries. So since those are his sponsors, they threw it onto the car. So those contingencies change depending on who's driving. So for Kyle Busch's case, he brings over Stanley M&Ms, Ream, and Interstate Batteries. And honestly, those sponsors kind of look cool on there. I know the M&Ms looks kind of random on a car that's not sponsored by M&Ms. But you know what? It's a reminder that this car is driven by Kyle Busch. You're definitely not going to miss this one as a Kyle Busch fan. Shout out to... He doesn't call himself Candyman Racing 18 anymore. Simon Toyo Sports. Shout out to him. I got him this car. So I'll probably have a video on this too eventually. So got the number 18. So yeah. The number 18 of Joe Gibbs. Just give you a 360 view here. So here's the front of the car. Here's the hood. Here's the right side. Here's the back. Here's the deck lid. Here's the roof. Here's the left side. And the chassis. So that is going to do it for the Kyle Busch Sports Clips Haircuts diecast. So hope you guys enjoyed it. This diecast should be available still on Plan B sales. And it should still be in the Lionel Racing retail store. Do not get this car in the PTC mold. I highly encourage you, get this car here in the Gold Series. It's a little bit more money, but you're going to get a much better mold. You're going to get a properly done wheels, properly done chassis. It's going to be a little bit more money, but unfortunately, that's the box that Lionel kind of has you in as a consumer. So get this car in the Gold Series. Don't waste your money on the Wave 13. Don't buy anything from that wave. Just get these cars until further notice. Thank you guys for watching this video. Comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next diecast review. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals in your diecast. And make sure you know what you're doing when you're painting the cars.